So I'm going to demonstrate the constricted breathing technique, which is a really good one to basically calm the nervous system, allow you to feel calmer, but it's also indicative of sometimes emotions are sitting underneath, and that's why we can't take that full breath in. So what we want to do first is take a nice breath in, so we'll take a nice big breath in, and let it go. And on our next big breath in, we're going to rate it out of 10. Remember, always doing suds at the beginning, 0 being, basically not alive, and 10 being, I can take a full breath in. So now let's take another big breath in. And let it go. Good. So remembering, I just mentioned it, but I did want to say again, that at times when we do this group tap and we're working with the breath, sometimes what's sitting underneath might come up, so you might get a little bit emotional, or something that's been bothering you that you've put off or distracted yourself from may start to come up. So that's when you can go into a separate tapping exercise and do specific setup statements for what that is. Okay, so we're going to get a test out of 10 how much air you've got in. So 8, pretty good.
Mine's probably 9 or a 10.
Oh, wow, great.
Just your overbreathing, that's all.
Good.
Yeah, 10.
Great.
8.
Yep.
7.
7. Okay. So let's begin by tapping the side of the hand. So we've got our suds, haven't we? That's what we do first. Remember, then we do our setup statement. So we're working with the breath. So even though I have this constriction in my breath, I love and accept myself anyway. So even though it's hard to take a full breath in, I love and accept myself anyway. For those who are getting a full breath in, you can focus on something else, and you can just play with that. So it might be a little tension in your neck, it might be something's niggling in your mind, just notice what happens. Okay, so top of the head, this constriction in my breath. Eyebrow, I can't take a full breath in. Side of the eye. My breath is constricted. Under the eye. It's hard to take a full breath in. Under the nose. There's something there. Tapping the chin is preventing me from taking a full breath in. Under the arm. This stress in my body. Under the, and tapping the ribs. This tension. Taking a nice big breath in. Let it go. So we've gone to the ribs. What's the next point? Or what's the next sequence?
Take a big breath in.
Yes, yeah. And then if we're doing the whole sequence, where would we go next after the ribs?
Oh, the line down.
Brilliant. Hand on heart, tapping that point between the little finger and the ring finger, looking straight ahead. Remember, always focusing first. So actually, let's take another big breath in. Let it go. Okay, keeping the head still and look hard down left. Look straight ahead. Hard down right. Straight ahead. Take your eyes to the ceiling, but keep your head still. And we're going to go round the clock very slowly. So tap, tap, tap all the way around a big clock. Tapping, tapping, tapping. 6 o'clock is the floor. This constriction in my breathing. This tension in my body. When you get to 12 o'clock, really big breath in. Whoosh it out. Just starting to notice your breath. Starting to notice being with your body a bit more. Maybe thoughts are coming in. Maybe something's starting to come up that you realise you need to look at. So now we're going to go anti-clockwise, starting at the ceiling, going round anti-clockwise. This tension in my breath. It's hard to take a full breath in. All the way round to 12 o'clock. When you get there, big breath in. Push it out, relax the shoulders. Tap tapping that point, and we're going to hum. And now we're going to count to 5 and visualise the numbers as if they're in front of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can take another breath in if you need to. Let it go. And we'll finish the 9 gamut sequence with a hum. Straight back to the top of the head, because we're now completing a full round. I'm going to assume that you are taking more air in, so we're going to say this remaining constriction. This remaining constriction. This remaining tension in my lungs.
This remaining tension in my lungs.
This remaining tension in my body.
This remaining tension in my body.
Under the eye. I choose to let it go.
I choose to let it go.
Under the nose. I choose to breathe freely.
I choose to breathe freely.
I choose to feel safe.
I choose to feel safe.
Collarbone. To take a full breath in.
To take a full breath in.
Under the arm. I choose to be here now.
I choose to be here now.
I choose to be at peace.
I choose to be at peace.
In this moment.
In this moment.
Right here.
Right here.
Right now.
Right now.
Wonderful. Test it out. Take a nice big breath in. And let it go. So we'll do a check.
10.
And what were you before?
8.
Fantastic. What did you notice? Anything different about it?
Just no obstacles.
No
Very
obstacles, yes.
Easy.
Fantastic. Great.
I was a 10,
Yeah.
and then I had some yawning and a little bit of a burp, and I could feel that it was energy shifting,
Yeah.
and now I have like this feeling in here, and I'm like, oh, okay, but I don't, like, I can't name the feeling,
No.
but I can feel the energy
Yes.
in here.
So
Obviously was releasing
something's
something.
moving.
Yeah.
So what you could do there, if you want to keep it simple in a group like this, you could just continue, or if I was working with you one-on-one, we could just continue what we did with the tapping, but we could, instead of saying constricted breathing, we could say this tension in my
This
throat,
feeling
or,
in my
and I'd
throat,
get information from you about what that is. It might turn out to be something wonderful about your voice, about freeing you up. Could be, see how the constricted breathing technique can bring you to other things, which is really wonderful.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
fine, and then, but obviously
Yeah.
there's something
Yes,
laying dormant.
yes.
9.
9, and you were a
8.
8. Good.
I came up to a 10.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Just
you were
felt-
7.
I was a 7.
Yes,
Just felt like I could breathe from a deeper
yes.
place. But I
Yeah.
felt tired along the way.
Yeah. And do you feel tired now?
A little.
Yeah.
I'd say an 8, but I felt a definite block
Okay.
and some anxiety.
Okay. And now? Is it
feel-
still there? Yeah.
Actually, I feel like I could cry.
Would you like to tap with me?
Mm.
Would you like to take the opportunity to do it? You can turn the camera off. Yeah.